So let's dive into creating our Blender prints. As a little recap, a Blender print is kind of what it says it is. It helps blend the whole collection together. So I like to think of it as kind of the glue that holds everything together to create a really nice cohesive collection. So for a Blender print, often it's like really a simplified version of something else that's happening in the collection, or just like a really nice smaller scale pattern, maybe with a more reduced palette. So if we were to look at this little gift set as an example, here we have our hero pattern. It's got lots going on, really dynamic, going every which way, which informs the secondary pattern, which has a further reduced palette and is a one-directional print, so you have that nice contrast. And then we have our Blender print to add to the mix. So in this particular case, it's really basically just one color. It's just kind of pink. And I looked to my hero pattern to influence the design of this. In this particular case, I really loved this cute little flower that really didn't shine so much in this pattern, but I love it just the same. So I just simply extracted that little flower and I built a new pattern around it, picking up on some of the leaf shapes as well in the hero pattern. And yeah, it's just a really nice, simple coordinate that kind of helps pick up on some of the colors going on in the hero and helps tie the whole thing together. So in terms of the collection that I'm building for this class, I'd like to build a few different Blender prints. And again, I'm going to pull in my hero print and my secondary prints that I've already developed, put them on the pasteboard and see if they can inspire a new idea. So if I were to look at this one, I'm going to look at the hero pattern, and I love this little tiny flower just with the kind of like polka dot top on it. So, and I also love the little sprig beside it. And so I think that would be a basis for a nice Blender print. So it's not really complicated, it's really quite simple, and it's interesting to look at, but it really just helps kind of like back up that, that hero print. So, and feel free to change the color of everything. It's really nice that within a collection to have a nice variety of colors and backgrounds. So some of my secondary prints, the background has been kind of like a white color. So maybe I'm going to want to have like a dark background color, or kind of like utilize that palette in a different way. So that's one Blender print that I developed for this collection. I'm going to do another one. So if we were to look at that pattern, I really like this kind of fat blobby shape that's kind of present in that secondary print. So I'm just going to, again, just extract that element and start building a new collection around that. And this one is really working its way into like a nice structured one-directional print, but it really complements the whole collection really nicely. And again, I'm going to use a darker background to help provide some extra contrast within the collection. All right, so we've got our hero print, we've got our secondary prints, and now we've got our Blender prints. So all of the prints are complete within our collection. We're well on our way to a full collection. So the next step is we're going to just kind of focus on developing a few spot graphics to add to the mix.